Good evening, everyone. My name's Lisa Miranda Fulmer, and a drug addict attempted to steal my identity. During an ongoing attempts to murder myself and my son, and a number of other people, by highly dangerous, very cunning pedophile psychopaths. I'm going to be uploading a number of mini videos to explain a situation which is so far gone. It's pretty much indescribable. So, the first thing we have to clarify is what occurred way back in 1998 after my son and I had been to North America and Tijuana for 2 days. My son and I were stalked in America, in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and San Diego. I'm going to be explaining all of the circumstances and details as we go. But the main thing that everybody has to be clear on, and everybody has to acknowledge what I was in the middle of saying in 1998, several months after our return from America, will become obvious. Some of you may remember there was an article in the Daily Telegraph way back in 1999 indicating Sydney woman Lisa Fulmer accusing Zack De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine of stalking her. Well, in actual fact, I wasn't accusing Zack De La Rocha of stalking me in any way whatsoever. As I've just explained, psychopaths are the ones stalking me, and Zack De La Rocha and his band are the ones that I went to see in concert 3 times in Queensland, Sydney and Melbourne. The psychopath in question who stalked my son and I to America actually approached me from behind at the tram stop, or between 2 tram stops, across from the Southern Cross station on Spencer Street in Melbourne, as I was waiting for the 96 tram to take me to St Kilda to see Rage Against the Machine at the Palace Hotel, or the Palais Hotel, as they call it. So what happened in between the time of the misunderstanding and or confusion about trying to explain about the highly dangerous, cunning psychopath I'm aware was about to murder my son and I is as follows. I was railroaded into a psychiatric ward for the first time in 1998 by my disowned sister and her husband. After they finished illegally injecting me, abusing me, knocking me out, forcing unconsciousness upon myself as I was attempting to survive, about 3 days after I was admitted, when they finally, as I said, got through with, only just started really, this is 20 years later, abusing me, a stupid doctor named Dr. O'Donnell, Dr. Marianne O'Donnell, who was the director of the then Prince Henry Hospital and of recent barbaric years, the Kylo Centre at the Prince of Wales Hospital. So when I finally had the chance to say what I wanted to say, or still in a state of shock and even more traumatised after what the hospital staff and the police did to me, this is what happened, and this is what I said. The doctor was walking through the hall, Dr. O'Donnell. I looked at her and I said, "Look, I've got a stalker. Someone is stalking me." I then raised my hand to the level of 5 foot, which is the approximate height of the little short nutcase, as I call him, who has now been recognised from a photo from a bag of evidence myself and school friend found in 1981, which exposed a number of high-profile, dangerous pedophiles such as Colin John Fisk, Philip Bell, Robert Dunn, Robert Harris, and a number of diplomats. So, when I raised my hand to the level of 5 foot to continue the other half of the sentence, which was already running through my head, being this little short nutcase is stalking me, right as I went to say that, some kind of interruption or confusion or whatever occurred, and the words that ended up coming out of my mouth were, in the second sense, was, wait, Zack's stalking me. Stalking me, talking to me, stalking me. There is someone who's a bus driver whose name is also Zack, that I have been talking to recently, just briefly, once in a while. I'll explain that later also. I'm actually a clairvoyant, used to arriving from years, decades ahead of time. I've just been cost 20 or 30 years of life, or all but my life, because of what's happened. Misunderstanding and or confusion caused by the negligence and abuse of other people. As I said, Zack De La Rocha is my favourite singer, and I was there to take photos of him, to see his band in concert, etc., and that's it. So once again, and the reason why everybody has to acknowledge what I was in the middle of saying is for psychophysics purposes. Okay, so once again, look, I've got a stalker, someone's stalking me. This little short nutcase is stalking me. That is what I was in the middle of saying. They are the ones that went off making medical reports, Lisa's delusions, thinks a rock singer stalking, etc., etc. That's not the case. And because me and my son and my other family members' lives and other victims' lives are in so much danger, at the time I was like, right, okay, look, I'm aware of what's going on, so therefore, stupid, bogus reports, etc., this and that. It's okay, you've caused a mountain. Now, actually, you've caused Mount Everest now. Mountain of problems. In fact, so many, it's, as I said, indescribable. Situation still remains. It's not just a little short nutcase that's been trying to murder me and my son. Obviously, he doesn't want to get caught out for his decades of raping kids and God knows what else. There's a number of them. Even just up to several weeks ago when I arrived back from Vietnam, Robert Harris, the psychopath, waiting outside the Sydney International Airport for me as I was standing outside the McDonald's there in the smoking area, speaking to some ladies of whom had returned from Hawaii. Yes, Robert Harris. Brown hair, brown eyes, dark tan skin, trying to sidle in, making out to be kind of thought, are you one of these ladies' husbands or something? Like, their husbands were blue-eyed, fair-skinned, white-haired, like, I tried to put everything out of my mind, native, just having a good holiday and without a worry, and everything, pretty much was okay. Anyway, Robert Harris would be on CCTV footage in between about 7:50 to 8:30 p.m. on the 1st of August 2017. Wearing a dark blue shirt with white flowers. You can see him standing there, and you can see I'm realising as the other people are walking away to the curb to get their taxi or ride home that, Robert Harris standing right there. Robert Harris apparently died in 2010. Cunning psychopath. Apparently served 10 years. Died. Excuse me. We actually have Robert Harris on CCTV footage in a number of places. He said, I'm sick to fucking death of the fucking stalking. Sick to death of the attempts to murder me. But, yeah. I'll be explaining in further detail as we go. Obviously, further being knocked out, suffocated, and left for dead during a home intrusion of which not a person's been charged or even questioned over. Came to on the floor after screaming bloody blue murder. And it's only that I alerted some of my neighbours. The short psychopath was one of the 6 offenders, intruders into the unit. They say pedophiles are smarter than the average person. So, yes. Anyway, we've also come across, detected some of the little short nutcases suspected siblings and or relatives. We have Neville on, after 3 years of surveillance by myself. Psychic detective is what I am. Free psychic detective, overworked and never paid. Putting in so many countless psychopaths. Yeah, I've lost count. Excuse me. Yeah, I've had enough, okay? We need some help to be forthcoming, please, everyone. So I'm sitting here staving off diabetic coma, having heart attacks and strokes, while psychopaths are getting away with attempt after attempt, and you're a mentally ill person that thinks a rock singer stalking you. In actual fact, as I said, I'd been in Melbourne specifically just to take photos of Zack and his band. But anyway, the psycho, if you can comprehend what I've come to realise, the distortion of the psychophysics. I'm supposed to be married now, raising children. Instead, I've been carted off to a psychiatric ward, held down and legally injected. This is causing a distortion, if you get what I'm saying. And probably a lot of people wouldn't ever understand or work out why is this woman that's gone off to take photos of a favourite band all of a sudden calling him a stalker. Anyway, like I said, huge misunderstanding caused by the negligence and abuse of police, hospital, and my sister and her pea-brain husband, who started the whole thing. Yes, my son and I just jubilantly survived a number of attempts in America, Jindabyne, where Colin John Fisk, once dubbed Australia's most notorious pedophile, was arrested at the Jindabyne Caravan Park in 1996. That's where I was residing with my son for a number of years, and obviously they've got wind of the fact that we were down there. Anybody know anything about giving up information about me and my son living down there? All this place that was intruded into? This is where I am, forced to exist in an unsafe home. Not even any bodyguards, police refusing to provide protection, not the slightest bit of help. About 30 years of life, screens in professional plans, which affected thousands of others. I've been determining details about the Boxing Day tsunami in September 2000. The 10 seconds of confusion also had an effect on that determination. Hundreds of thousands of people lost out on a psychic warning from me and my son because of what's going on. And those quacks are still out there, still trying to use me as a guinea pig. Yeah, I've been telling people, everyone start suing the hospital and police. Any child that was ever abused from the time that I raised my hand to the level of 5 foot to explain this little short nutcase is stalking me is entitled to sue the police and the hospital. We'll be filling you in on further detail. So, yes. Psychophysics-wise, everybody has to acknowledge what I was in the middle of saying. Any smart neurosurgeons out there, or anybody else that might be able to add value and or insight to the situation? They say pedophiles are smarter than the average person. Thanks very much, everyone. So what comes after that then? That's what I was in the middle of saying. One more time. Look, I've got a stalker. Someone's stalking me. This little short nutcase is stalking me. That's what I was in the middle of saying. Fuck you all very fucking much. Yeah, go figure why everybody has to acknowledge what I was in the middle of fucking saying. Go figure. Why do you figure that everyone has to acknowledge what I was in the middle of saying before the distortion, confusion and or whatever interruption occurred? Have a good think about it. I'd like people to email me thank you to say that or comment on this video to say that they acknowledge what I was in the middle of saying. My new email, or one of my emails, is Liza, Liza, Gate, Gate, Race, RACE, Snow, SNOW, Fun, FUN, at gmail.com. Thank you very much. Yes, I've managed to rehabilitate via hydrotherapy, and I'm back to snowboarding now. No thanks to anybody else. Yes, thank you very much. This is all about all I have to say now. So once this sinks in and everyone realises that 20 more years that the psycho child fucking murderers and or psycho child fucking abusers have just gotten away with because of what's going on, and you're the one being, oh, you're